Back again, guys. What's good? What's good? Had to duck out of doing a chicken dance, but you know how it is, guys. Do the chicken dance. But what's good? What's good, everybody? I hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying your night. Let's get into this really quickly. As you know, guys, Manchester United will be facing off against Real Betis in San Diego in like a couple hours, 5 to be exact. It's going to be an interesting game. Guys, it's not really the brightest time for us fans in Europe because you know what? It's not in our time zone. And it's happening really late hours. So, I'm going to do this stream, give you a little match preview, a little bit of information as well before we get into the match preview because I know you guys really care about, the transfer sagas. So let's talk about some transfers before we get into the actual. Big up to you, Stephanie Griffin. What's good? Big up to you. Let's get in, guys. Let's get into this really quickly. Let me run through some transfer information breaking lately. I know you probably heard a lot of these news before, but Man United are currently facing a huge decision on Big Star in the midfield as his agent is open to second round of talks with Saudi Arabia. Will Casemiro be going or will he be staying? There's lots to be happening, guys, so you need to pay attention. It's moving fast. The domino could tip at any possible moment. So, guys, stay tuned for more information. I think Casemiro could be on his way out. As you know, Manchester United has a huge plan to revamp the midfield completely, and I think he's going to be on his way out. There might be some hope in on the offing if we could remove Christian Eriksen as well as McTominay for decent fees. I think there's a possibility that he might remain while allowing us to still get in and put in midfielders that will drastically change our midfield from last season. Of course, we want to be avoiding the woes of having injury problems last season, so we are trying to bolster the back line. So, guys, it's going to be interesting. Moving on to McTominay, guys, the information coming in right now is that he's received a decent bumper packet that he accepted to join Galatasaray. But in the last late hour, guys, there's been some reports coming in right now about Scott McTominay. And guess what, guys? I think a lot of you who were upset early on the price that he accepted to Galatasaray, well, I can tell you now, guys, the most important thing is that he's definitely getting a better package coming from Fulham. And Manchester United as well are getting a better package than Fulham than they're getting from Galatasaray because Fulham is planning to offer somewhere in the region of 25 to 30 million pounds, and that's going to be amazing. And United will definitely be listening to that offer, guys, because as you know, it's what we need to do. Avram, come on, bro. Write the check. Deposit 100 M's into the account. Let's spend some more money, my bro. We need a Zubamendi, brother. Call Joel up on the phone now. Tell him the credit card number. Wire the 100 mil. Let's get some money in the transfer spend, buddy. That's the only thing I need you to do right now. We're gonna make you rich. You hear me? When we win the league, you will be rich. After that, then you could say thank you for the best advice I ever gave you in your life, Avram Gazer. Big up to you, bro. So Fulham is coming in. They're set to launch an official bid tomorrow morning and open talks with Manchester United for the deal for Scott McTominay. So, guys, it looks like tomorrow he's going to be out of here. So let's see what's going on with that. We will be getting some money in, and with that deal coming in, you know who's coming next, Manuel Ugarte. And guys, it's very interesting to see that this domino effect is very critical to our midfield. Manuel Ugarte possibly coming in on a loan to buy obligation, allowing us. Bro, I told you it was a possibility with Ollie, I didn't tell you it was guaranteed. I was hoping it would have been Ollie, though, because he would have been better for Jamaica than Steve McLaren. But I'll talk about Steve McLaren in a little bit, bro. Big up to you. Big up to you, man, my brother. Hope you're well, the people's champ. Big up, broski. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, getting into this interesting information. Man, you truly derailed me there, broski. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's get into this information. Now, moving aside, Manuel Ugarte possibly coming in on a loan to buy option allows us to use some funds that we would be getting in from McTominay to bring in another midfielder. Now, the possibilities are looking like it might be Vermaelen, who comes in from Dutch, the Feyenoord midfielder, defensive midfielder. He will be coming in as a backup to Manuel Ugarte. Of course, he's also optional as an 8, so it's going to be interesting. Big up to you, Manj. And, let's see how that deal goes. You are also hearing reports that United might want to trigger Zubimendi, but let's not jump to that conclusion just yet, because Zubimendi has been reporting that he does not want to leave. He does not want to leave Spain. Now, there's some other reports coming in. This might disappoint you guys, so I have to bring it in. I'm not trying to disappoint you initially, but I wanted to say this because Manj is here mostly. Big up to you, my brother. And I'm going to say this loud and proud. The reports of the escape route for Man United star have been played down by none other than Ineos boss himself. There is no plan to send Antony to Besiktas. He will be given time and reassessed in January. Let's see what the young lad can do. He had a bad season last season with lots of turbulent situations. We have to give him a chance to see what he can do in a better, stabler environment this 6 months. So this has been the report coming out on Antony. So that is going to quench some of the rumors and people talking about Antony's probably going to Besiktas. It's not happening. Guys, a really weird one coming in. I know this one you're really going to laugh at because I'm looking at it like this is crazy. But, could we be moving from one Chelsea bum to another Chelsea bum? Because it looks like Ben Chilwell might become a shock target for the left-back position at Manchester United. And guys, I call him a Chelsea bum because he plays for Chelsea, but actually Ben Chilwell isn't that bad. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I'm not too sure he's great at defending. You know what I mean? Big up to you, Manj. Big up, my brother. And listen to what Manj is saying. Like the video and subscribe, guys. Big up to all of you. No 200K players, you know what I'm saying? Get them out of here, So Ben Chilwell is becoming a shock target for United. I'm hoping this is just a transfer rumor, guys. But as you know, I don't make the news, so I'm just trying to bring you the reports so you have a full-on, understanding of the possibilities that are out there or what is being said. You know what I mean? So with Ben Chilwell, it might be an option, guys. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But you know what? Some things are just always going to be, one of the things we get linked to. On a better note, right? Let's move on from that. Some little, more better news. And I think this is going to be interesting for all of you guys. Rasmus Hojlund, guys, fantastic news. Hugely positive around Rasmus Hojlund as his injury update has been provided. And the young Dane is not as bad as everyone thought. What's coming in right now and being reported is that Rasmus Hojlund, should be available for the game against Liverpool. He might possibly be given some minutes tonight, or they might keep him rested just to be precautious. Big up to the guys coming in, smashing the likes like Eriksen. You know what I mean? Just had to give you guys this breaking update on Rasmus Hojlund because I know you all heard the bad news about Leny Yoro, where right now, we are thinking that, initial reports were a stage 2 frame with possibly a minor hairline fracture, but now it's looking like it's a metatarsal. I don't know how true that is. I think that a lot of this report on the metatarsal has been coming out from none other than Samuel Lockhurst, who, we don't really trust him a lot because he makes up some dread news. At the same time, it's something to be concerned about. But I always said to you guys, 3 to 6 weeks, and he's going to be back at the end of September, which is in line with that, guys. It's not something to worry about, in my honest opinion. I think the more rest he gets, the better. And I'm not too worried about him missing the first 2 or 3 games of the season. I think Matthijs de Ligt is going to be in the team and ready for action, so we will have a backup there play. We may not have Lisandro Martinez because he would have just returned and be in training for the first 2 weeks before that game. But it's very possible with this injury, Martinez, we might get a third center back. So guys, keep your eyes open. I know we're looking at a few center back options currently. There's this one youngster that, has been reported to be a familiar face to Ineos that we have been looking at. I think his name is Avery Brown. He would be coming in from the Belgian First Division, and that would be an interesting signing if we were to make it. But there's also options coming in the form of Gonzalo Ignacio, who we have said to be inquiring about recently, as well as inquiries have been made into the availability of Antonio Silva. And this has been done on the behest of George Mendes. Like I am saying to you guys, Jordan Mendes has been critical in the way he has been moving in this market. He is heavily in intermediary role as he tries to negotiate that and get the clubs to agree on a deal for his other player, who is Manuel Ugarte, to move to Manchester United. And as you know, Antonio Silva is also a player that he represents, and he wants to get him out of Benfica. So currently, he's kind of putting pressure on Benfica, to let him out of his contract for a fee that will see them net somewhere in the region of £30 million as a down payment, and possibly another 40 million over the period of 5 years. Let's see how if that progresses, guys. There's just been some reports on it. It's not in concrete or in black and white, so I would just take it with a pinch of salt for now. One player I could never agree with is Chilwell, 100%. Not even the fact that he's too injury prone as well. Casemiro coming in, yeah, definitely not. You know what I'm saying? Don't want him. Don't want him. We're going to play 4-4-3 American Special. Big up to Avran Glazer coming in. I've never heard of the American Special in football, my brother. Sorry. You don't have that heritage. I don't know. You know what I mean? Yeah, I am grateful that you spend in the transfer window. What I'm mad about is you let idiots like John Murtaugh spend all that money. You could have called me. I would have worked for less money, and I would have done 100% better job, because I'm pretty sure if it's one thing I could do is negotiate better than those clowns. You know what I mean? That's the only reason that the fans hate you guys so much, because you guys allow these idiots to run your club into the ground. What sort of a billionaire does that? Don't you like money, bro? Pretty sure you don't. Guys, I can tell you categorically that Branthwaite is probably not going to be a realistic option for Man United in this transfer window. Man United have really had no intention of paying him 160k per week, which would be what he's expecting to receive if he comes in. And I don't think any one of you fans would like to see Jared Branthwaite come into our club and receive 160k per week after we spend somewhere in the region of 50 to 60 million pounds for his signing. That is definitely not going to be a fun deal for anyone to do. And if you guys are wondering who the other midfielder is I was talking about before, let me just bring this up so you guys can see what he looks like. If you've never seen him before, you can check him out. And I think I got the club wrong. I think he plays for PSV, to be fair, not the other one. There's so many Dutch clubs, bro. But big up to him. This is Veerman right here. Very, very talented young defender, to be honest. I would be interested in having him as a backup to Ugarte, because I think he would also provide that base. However, I've also been shocked with the displays that I've seen of Kobbie Collier. And I'm not talking about his performances, really. I'm talking about his physicality, the level of physicality he's grown over the last 3 months after playing with the youths. And I'm kind of expecting him to get some minutes. And I think he's shown a lot of talent. So maybe he might save us the money. Let's see how that goes as well. There are reports on the Rabiot deal. I did tell you guys 2 weeks ago, 3 or 4 weeks ago, on the 1st of July, that we did send a bid over to Rabiot, which he was and his agent were mulling over for the past couple of weeks. And it looks like they have accepted the bid. There are some reports coming in that Rabiot is probably going to be announced or probably accepting a bid somewhere in the region of 140k per week, which is probably somewhere in the region of a net. I think it's 8.3 million pounds or 7.8 million pounds, something like that per year. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes, guys. I think having him come into the club will bolster our midfield, especially to benefit the youngsters we have. Yo, Antony, I already did the article. I already presented that information, and it was done by the execs at the club, the head of the club, Sir Jim. They already just squashed those rumors to say that he's going to be given time to see what he can do and be assessed in January as well. Big up to Drex. I don't know if Drex doesn't see the link I have posted. He's supposed to be in here with me now, getting into the report on the team. I don't know what Drex is doing. Drex, where are you, broski? Let me know what's going on. Big up to you guys coming in. Don't forget to smash those likes, guys. Every single like counts. It definitely... Whoa. Big up, guys. Smashing 600. Yeah. We'll be celebrating that in a few minutes, guys. Big up to you. Stephanie, this is a violation, Steph. What are you trying to do? Big up. Who signs the checks for Manchester United? It's the Glazers. What do you think? 100%, bro. Like I'm not gonna. So this is why I'm like telling guys that you know what, we need to sell these players because the sales that we make, that's pure profit that goes into FFP, allows us to spend money. We don't need the Glazers for that. And since these guys are in charge of football, they will be doing the business. Big up, big up. Avram should be, hiring better people in charge, bro. He hired some poor people. You know what I mean? That's okay, bro. But I think we could definitely go and be in the top four. So get your checkbook out and ready to spend 200 million next summer, broski. Telling you now. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Manj. Thank you so much. The road to 1K continues 100%. And my brother Drex is in the building. Let's welcome him to the stage, guys. Big up to you, Drex. He must track back, bro. The
Yo,
Blazers ain't ready for me, guys. Big up to you, Drex. What's
yo,
going on, my
yo.
bro?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear, broski.
Yeah.
All right. So now that you're here, Drex, I wanted to, talk about this article that came in with Mason Mount. Pretty interesting article that he was asked a few questions about earlier on, in an interview. Interesting, to be fair. Like, he was saying that, he needs to perform better. The team needs to perform better. They need to, change their effort levels and take it up a level so that they could, give a better display for Manchester United as a club next season. And I agree with that. I just think that, he's one of those players that need to be doing it on the field rather than talking about it. But it's an interview, so you can't be mad at him. To be fair,
All of them, they all need to be doing their talking on the pitch, not really on the interview, right? Talk is cheap, we all say, but it's coming on the pitch to actually do the needful that counts. So at the end of the day, we just have to wait and see what they have in store for us. It's we could say what we want to say now, yeah. Um, but for me. I just feel if they can stay fit, we know what some of these players can give.
100%.
Yeah, so we
I'm
just to wait and
100%
see.
looking forward to see what we do next season. Because as you know, Drex, I've been saying it for months. With a fit squad, or just a fit squad alone, we're at least 10 points better next season. You know what I mean? And then with some of the signings that we made, I think they definitely improve us drastically. Like that young striker comes in, and a
Hmm.
lot of people are going off on him. Chido Obi Martin, congratulations to the young lad being given the opportunity to be the third striker at Man United at 16 years old. That's an amazing, amazing feat. You know what I mean? And I'm happy. You want to know why? Because he just made Ethan Wheatley light a fire that's unbearable underneath him. And I think,
Is that
guys,
is that report true that we're looking to make him the third striker?
it is true, 100%.
Hmm.
See, I sit in
I,
coffee,
I
bro. I
was
not even, bro. I
I
happy.
was hoping and I was hoping would go for a more not because I'm one who actually agrees with the fact that every star was once a diamond in the rough, right? Every
Mm,
established player once went through a path where some people gave them a chance. Some people gave them a chance, and they did what they needed to do to put themselves on that spot. When the opportunity came, they took it both hands and feet, right? So, but I was still looking at maybe we could get another quote unquote experience. I was looking at a Bible. Is it Bayer or Bible or what you call him from Offenheim, right? The
Bayer.
young Bayer was looking at like, we really need a third striker. So getting Obi as the third striker at that age, that young bro, it might. I don't know.
Yo,
I don't know. Maybe
listen,
I'm
listen. What I will say is this, bro. Don't stress. We had Rooney. He was 16. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real one time. Cesc Fabregas was 16. Lamal did it this summer. He was 16. So
yeah, and I'm
now,
not
while I'm
saying
not,
people
while I'm
can.
not going to say, while I'm not going to say, I expect him to do what they do. I'm being honest. But two things. I want Max Bayer. You know that. I
Mm-hmm.
talking about Max Bayer for weeks. I just hear we get linked to Max Bayer last 2 days ago, and I'm like, yeah. I wait for the concrete article
Yeah, yeah.
information to come in. Yes, boom, boom, shakalaka. Max Bayer can come in because I happy and excited for that. Big up to G Wolf coming in, making his debut on the channel. Welcome, broski. What's good?
Yo, how's it
Chilling,
going?
chilling, chilling, bro. So, I was just say, so I didn't expect this. This came out of nowhere because I know we signed Cheeto last week. Last week was when we actually did the whole, discussion, contract talks, everything. He sat down with his parents. They were at Carrington. They did the deal. You know what I mean? What he did was he asked them for a week extension so that they, settle into the new house, and they say their goodbyes in London because they're from London. You know what I mean? He's been living in London for most of his life. So now that they moved to Old Trafford, he's prepared. He's mentally ready. He's a very, very good player, technically, physically as well. A genuine specimen, man. You trust me. With the kind of finishes this you man have, the variety, he looks very, very good for his age. Now, what I am saying is this, right? I am glad that he got that third striker role. You know why? I needed something to light a fire under Weekly because I've seen much more from him in the youth team over the last 2 seasons that I'm seeing him. That I saw in the few games that he got in the senior team, and he was not as clinical as he was in the youth team. And I wanted, and this happening here is going to make him look and watch this youngster about the same height because they're literally about an inch apart. I think Weekly's slightly taller by half a centimeter, by a couple centimeters. So, in my honest opinion, I'm like, yo, we get somebody your age. Rasmus has someone his age. You'll fight it out. And trust me, guys, I'm telling you now, don't sleep on Ethan Wheatley. I know the hype is on Cheeto right now, but let me tell you something. Ethan Wheatley is a beast from the crypt. When this youth man find his line and length, and when I say his line and length, that's a cricket statement. When he find his form, or you just find that little bit of edge and confidence, bro, you guys will be loving Ethan Wheatley. Trust what I'm saying. Big up. You know what I
He's
mean?
gonna be a
So,
sniper.
bro, he's gonna be a star. Trust what I'm telling you. So, what are your thoughts on Mason Mount? And then we'll move on to the match preview. G Wolf, what's up?
Yo, so Mason Mount, oh mate. Hopefully he can do it a lot better. He needs to. Last season injuries deterred him from the first team. Obviously, when he did come on, didn't really light it up for us at all. So hopefully hopefully Mason Mount can do it, and hopefully he can start with a nice performance. His performance against over the week against Arsenal was pretty good, even though that we lost. But he did pretty decent. Hopefully, he can carry it on with Real Betis tonight.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. And guys, yeah, dude, that's a mountain to climb, Brendan. 100. Like most of these players, Brendan, Rashford, Antony, you know, even Sancho, let me say, what I mean, Bruno have a little small hill. He had a climb in my honest opinion. He didn't do his best last season. Casemiro, you know what I mean, Luke Shaw. It's the entire squad. Everybody have a long road to go this season and they had to work hard. So we're supposed to be seeing some of the best football from this group of players that we have not collectively as one unit, you know what I mean? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we're hoping to see, guys. To be honest, we can't hope for anything else. We can't expect them to be, much better than they are. But these are talented footballers at the end of the day. They might not have been performing, and some of them grossly underperformed last season as well. But it's usually not a case where it will be 2 seasons in a row with some of these players, especially even Rashford. And I'm extremely hard on Rashford. You know what I mean? So yeah, big up for that, GB. I just hit 601, guys, so you know what it is. Boom, 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 boom. We've been celebrating for the rest of the weekend, trust me, guys. And you know what that
Nice.
means? Players coming in. You know what I mean? Players coming in. Trust what I'm saying. Every time I hit a milestone, players will be signed this for the next couple of days. Remember, I tell you all that. So let's get into this game, guys, because it's going to be an interesting one. Real Betis are no mugs. They come from La Liga. They had a decent performance last season. I think they finished somewhere between. I don't want to get this wrong, to be fair, bro. Let's double check. I think they finished. Yeah. Was this last season? 22, 23. All right, I'm double check here. Right, 7th. I know it was 7th. Right, cool. Yeah, so they finished 7th, right? So that means they're possibly in for, what they call La League, the Conference League, I believe.
Conference League.
Yeah. So, there's no mugs. and they would have been in the Europa League like they were last season if not for the heroics of Girona, you know what I mean, and losing a late game to Mason Greenwood and Getafe. So with that being said, I think this is a good competition. We faced them already previously. I believe it was last season at home in Old Trafford, or the season or the year before 22-23. I think it was one of those 22-23. It was, I think. We faced them at home. That was an interesting matchup. We came away with I believe we came away with a 2-1 loss, and everybody was disappointed, but we went on to finish third that season. Now I think they are a good competition in the sense that, hey Ali, you guys stop trying to throw me off now, bro. You know what I mean? But big up. So what I was saying is like, with this kind of team, you can get the mix of physicality, trickery. They have good ball working. They play the ball into feet, so it's going to be a very well competed event. So it's one of those things where I feel like this is a very good preseason game, better than the Arsenal game in my honest opinion, because we know Arsenal is a team that we always play, so we have a certain kind of mental confidence against Arsenal. You know what I mean? But against teams like from the La Liga and from Germany is a different kind of kettle of fish. They have a different style, a different tempo. So I'm looking forward to see what we do in this game, guy. So what are your thoughts, Drex? What are you thinking?
Yo, it's just a preseason for me, so um, it's just a preseason. Whatever happens, happens. People already, some people already calling out the manager. Some people already saying they can't see a style of football. Yo, I'ma just keep it neutral and just say, well, it's preseason for me. The actual season starts when we take on City in the Community Shield. So we
Mm,
just for me it's pretty. I just the thing is why I'm gonna. It's United. If I could stay up watch the likes of Barcelona and Man City play yesterday, Chelsea and what's that club from Club America, something like that. If I could watch those games, of course I'm gonna stay up and watch United games. So for me, it's just the fact that I get to see my team play again. Nothing. Those pattern of plays that we people tend to be saying I'm looking for in a preseason game and all what's not and what's not. You don't get to see them because not all of the players playing right now in preseason will be there in the starting 11 come 10th of August. So yeah, it's just one of those. It's just a preseason game for me.
100%, 100%. What are you thinking, G Wolf? I mean, for me, it's also just a preseason game. I just thinking about I want to see intensity levels. I'm not too much keen on the patterns of play right this moment. I just
No.
want to see general intensity levels across the players who playing on the field at any given moment.
Well, obviously, like we have got a few other players coming back in contention now. So, like, isn't Zerk? I think Zirkzee Hasn't he been training this week?
Yeah, but
He
he's
came
in
back.
Carrington, bro, so he's
Ah,
not
right.
taking
So
part on the
he's not
tour.
hasn't.
No,
Oh, I thought he was. Okay. So yeah, just pretty much the same as against Arsenal. Then that's all I want is just build up their fitness, their match sharpness. That's it, really. Scoreline, it will come, but until we get the match fitness and we're up to scratch and up to the levels of where we need to be, then tell you the truth, this game is going to get us there. Because of Betis, they are no mugs. They will come at us. Do you know what I mean? So
100%.
we need to be on our game. And like with Yoro not in, and also Hojlund as well. Hopefully, Maguire and Jonny Evans is going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, true, 100%. I'm not too worried about Jonny Evans to be fair, but let's check out some of the team news and information for the game. I'll read it out by the time while you guys, what I mean. So currently, right now, we continue their tour in the United States as we face Real Betis in the third preseason friendly thus far. Right? Fourth, right? Yeah, the fourth. So the Red Devils have lost two of their three friendlies to date. The first defeat came at the hands of Norwegian side Rosenborg in mid-July. The most recent was inflicted to them by Arsenal in the SoFi Stadium. So sandwiched between those defeats was a 2-0 victory over Rangers And now, Real Betis have already played Man United a few times before. Fierce foes of Liverpool across the Atlantic Ocean, a game that they lost 1-0 thanks to Dominic Szoboszlai's strike. They will return to Europe after their clash with Erik ten Hag's side. Here's a guide of the possibilities of the game. The last meeting between us was in March 2023, and United won 1-0 in the Europa League. I remember that as well. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Yoro is injured for the game. Man United will be without striker Hojlund and centre back Yoro for the game. The latter has been spotted on crutches in a protective boot after picking up an injury against the Gunners, although it remains to be seen just how bad the injury is ahead of the new Premier League season. As the good news is, Harry Maguire returned from injury against Arsenal, and the likes of Christian Eriksen and Scott McTominay have returned to action following their Euro 2024 excursions. Joshua Zirkzee is yet to make his debut for the Red Devils after signing from Bologna, but is now training at Carrington. Bruno Fernandes, Kobbie Mainoo, and Luke Shaw are still recovering from the Euros, while Lisandro Martinez and Alejandro Garnacho are absent after winning the Copa America. The predicted lineup so far for Manchester United will be Onana, Wan-Bissaka, Evans, Maguire, Amas, Eriksen, Casemiro, Antony, Mount, Sancho, and Rashford. What are your thoughts on the Man United lineup, guys? As we get in, I will go into the Real Betis team news right after, or do you want me to do that first?
Doesn't matter
I,
for me. Like, I guess
All right.
it doesn't.
Let me get into the Real Betis team news
Hmm.
one time so we could have
Hmm.
all the information. So Real Betis, as you know, Perez plays for Argentina, plays for Spain, so he
Yeah.
will not be playing in the game. You know what I mean? As well, he will be missing. Former Manchester City boss Manuel Pellegrini is without five of the players. As you know, that's their coach, Ayosi Perez, German Pezzella, Johnny Cardoso, Abdesad Ezwali, and Juan Miranda. All five of these players will be missing. However, there's plenty of experience in the squad, including ex-Liverpool goalkeeper Adrian Nabil Fekir, Pablo
Ooh.
Fornals, and
Hmm.
William Carvalho should all feature against the Red Devils, but star playmaker Isco is sidelined with injury. You know what I mean? The
It should
predicted
be. It
lineup
should
so
be.
far,
It should be a good game. It should be a
yeah,
good game.
definitely.
It should be a good game. At least the first half, we might get to see. Maybe we might get to see what we saw against the Arsenal side in the first half, and
Agree.
maybe second half diluted it. It could be either ways. Maybe the first half, a lot of the young start, and second half we get to see some of the experienced head or the people that we know would go into the season starting, right? But all in all, with that predicted lineup, yo, it should be a good game.
Yeah, I
It should
mean,
be a
it
good game.
depends. Real Betis are no mugs. There are Adrian, Sabali, Lorente, Mendy, Perot, Wanmi, Carvalho, Fekir, Almira, Fornals, and Avila. They have a pretty decent lineup there
Mm-hmm.
that they're going to be playing. A lot of experience there. Good players, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Nabil Fekir is, in my opinion, a decent player. I think that's
same
Benjamin
here.
Mendy who playing in defense for them. You know what I mean? The former City, I think he was playing at City, the former City defender or something like
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
He playing
It's,
there in Real Betis.
excuse me.
Peru is a good player. Carvalho is a good player. You know what I mean? Fornals is the next one.
Oh
Lorente.
yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Man United it's a bit of patchy preseason for us so far, guys. You know what I mean? I
It
don't
will be a
think
good test. Trust me, a very
yeah,
good
it will
one.
be a good test for the teams going forward. I think it's going to be interesting to see how we do all those things. I think, so far, Man United have, in my honest opinion, based on everything that I've been looking at, although we disappointed with the injuries that we suffer, I think so far the team has been looking good in their progress to fitness. This is what we
Mm-hmm.
want to see. They've been looking intense. The levels of
Mm-hmm.
intensity look like it increased game by game. That much is exciting to see. And we have seen a few patterns showing up similarly game by game. So it's one of those things where we're playing as a team of 20 men, basically, in the last two games, where we played 10 players first half, 10 players second half. And we have been mixing up the lineup with some youth players starting. And this is the first lineup we're going to see more than seven, senior team players starting in the lineup. Because all the other lineups had youngsters in it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? In
Yeah.
varying positions. So let's see how it goes. I think, United is going to do a good job. I think it's going to be a good watch. You know what I mean? We should
I
try
just
Rashford as CB and Antony at left back. Bro, Rashford don't get up for headers, bro. Like the brother just
That's
close
the
his eyes
thing.
and jump.
Yeah.
Like what
At
we doing?
CB. that CB bro who be conceding goals because, like you said, it doesn't. He closes his eyes when he wants to hit the ball with his head. Like, who? How does he even make connection? So for me, he does it in assumption. Okay, the ball is coming. I'm just gonna do like this, but I'm gonna close my eyes and just don't wait to see it. Like,
Well,
He's trying to feel the force. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to use the force to get the ball to go in the net without his
but
eyes being open.
but as a defender, right? You can't take the risk of trying to close your eyes because
Exactly.
the striker would just in the air would just take it away from you. So that would be a tricky experiment, bro.
big up.
Let's switch Rashford with Antony. You mean Rashford on the right, Antony on the left? I'd love to see that more often because even last season, most of the times Rashford play off the right, he was more effective in the games compared to when he was coming off the left. Even in Erik Ten Hag's first season, the times he also actually played off the right. So yeah, that won't be a bad one at all. They said no, left back and center. Oh, see, Rashford, just take it out. Brendan, take it out. Rashford cannot play the center back. Rashford cannot play at the defense line. Be it maybe right back. Maybe right back because at right back you don't really have to do a lot of clearing out the ball with your head, like those cross. You don't have to like be at the end of the ball of the cross with your head, right? So that would be the job of the center back. Right back might just be you blocking the man from actually putting the cross on him. And Rashford can actually act as could do the overlap where he's supporting whoever is the winger and all of that, right? But center back, hell no, man. Oh no, no right back. I think we could try. We could try right back. We could actually see Rashford at the right. Mark,
Bro,
you're
he
mute.
not even physical, bro. Rashford not putting in no tackles. No way you could see Rashford slide tackling anybody, bro.
But sometimes
Nine, bro.
you don't really have to slide
Nine,
tackle
nine,
the right
nine,
back.
nine, nine. There, yeah, nine. If I never see it before, I'm not hoping that it happen when they actually need it. Forget that. Let me not go there. But
Me personally,
guys,
I does not play Rashford at all.
Stephanie asked an important question, and what I could tell you now is based on what I've found. Snapdragon Stadium is one of the first of its kind in the USA that will also be one of those stadiums that will be hosting the World Cup. And for this reason, they have built their stadium with Bermuda grass. So it's not turf; it's Bermuda grass. I don't know what was the difference between grass and Bermuda grass, but maybe Bermuda grass is top quality grass for playing football. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Didn't the
is that one?
when I saw the match against
Mm.
Arsenal at the Snapdragon, I think they said it was 75% grass and the rest of it was artificial.
Nine. Look at it. I'm gonna bring it up to the screen. Let me just clarify that one time. So we're not making any mistakes here. Let me zoom this up a little bit. I'm gonna make it bigger. Right. So you can see that.
I'm trying to see what the Bermuda grass actually looks like, but
I don't know what it looks like, but what I could tell you is it says Bermuda grass, and below it says there's a question that asks if it's turf or grass. Turf being, astroturf, grass being actual grass, and it
it is
says
actually
no, it's not turf, it's grass.
it's grass. It's actually grass. Yeah, it's actually like yeah, it's grass. Some of those
I
ones you
think
could
it's the
plant in your
same
lawn.
the same type of grass that they have in the Bernabeu, to be fair. Actually, I'll double check, but I think that's the same grass.
Yeah, Manj is just a clown. It says it's the Bermuda grass, right? He's guessing United are gonna play in triangles, so it ends up being the Bermuda Triangle. We hope nobody going. So Stephanie is saying at the same time. Man says Bermuda grass, can you smoke it? Bro, if you dry there's no grass you can't smoke.
Well,
It's the effect which you should be considering. Not
bro.
all grass will give you the same effect. So can you smoke it? So
Well,
it should
well.
be a good one. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be the one that you'd be worried might just hurt the players, right? So it should be a good one. Like I watched the game between was it Chelsea? Is it Chelsea and Celtic? That pitch wasn't good at all.
I just want to put this out there just so anybody feeling feeling. I mean, let's drop this in the chat. You know what I mean? Just so you guys will be wondering why I said what I said about the World Cup in the USA, right? Because currently the USA own FIFA World Cup only allows natural gas as the actual format or the actual material that they use to play on their fields for World Cup tournaments or any FIFA tournament. Has to be natural gas. So this is why I said they are one of the stadiums that will be hosting games for the World Cup. So because they are making a transition in the US now to all their stadiums that will be hosting the World Cup games, they have to put grass in.
Yeah.
So that's what they've been starting to
Yeah,
do.
but the Bermuda grass is more like it's more like one of those grass you could get from it's from the seed, bro. You just get it from the seed. I think there are people that are into these what do you call it now, lawn thing, right? They just get the seed, get the mass expanse of land and just plant it and just sell it. So maybe it's what they're looking to as to the astroturf, right? So we will get to see today, right? That's where we're playing, right? No,
Yeah,
I don't.
we playing
Is
at
that where?
Snapdragon. Yeah,
So
Snapdragon Stadium.
we'll get to see it today, and we'll get to know what it looks like in terms of how the ball is
But
bouncing
we
up and
saw
out.
that game. That's the same game we played against the
Arsenal.
Wales last season. We played Wales in Snapdragon Stadium, the
Mm.
Welsh team. You know what I'm talking about? With Ryan Phillip,
Oh,
Ryan and this
Wrexham,
fellow own
Wrexham,
Wrexham.
Wrexham. Yeah,
Excellent.
Yeah, with the Welsh team. They're not from Wales. That's what
yeah,
I
they're
was
from Wales.
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? Like, we played them there, and that was the stadium. And I think that stadium ground looked really nice. You know, it was better than the other
Hmm.
grounds we played on all season. You know what I mean?
See, Brendan is coming in with some fact though. Doesn't have any medical value. It can be made into a paste and then eaten to cure gastric issues,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
You
why dogs and animals just be eating grass, to be fair, to be honest. That's an honest thing. You never see a dog eating grass, bro. All dogs just do that stuff, bro.
real grass use golf course used on golf course. I still think I think it's actually grass. Bermuda grass
No,
is
this
actually
this 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 stadium is real grass, Luan.
I
hundred
don't
percent. Like I had the thing up there telling you. Plus, Luan, another thing, it will be happening in Canada as well, Luan, because for any stadium that hosting a World Cup game, it has to be 100% real
Real
grass.
grass.
Let's not hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up because like man, them feel like you know what I mean.
no, I think they're thinking it's just a turf
FIFA don't
thing.
play, bro. FIFA not on that. They're not hearing that. Spend your money. You know who's the World Cup? Spend your money. We ain't hearing that,
Don't
right?
come
So
bust people's knee and people's ankle because
look at here, guys, right? Just so you guys know, this is the rule of FIFA, right? FIFA not on it, right? And because FIFA now requires all World Cup matches to be played on natural grass, that presents a significant challenge. Pontiac hosted fewer games for than any other host back in 1994. It's fairly obvious reason. In a domed environment, Mother Nature cannot get in natural sunlight, rain, air, etc.
I don't think the BMO Stadium.
What BMO Stadium is
No,
that you
no, in
talking about,
Canada,
bro?
we're talking about the BMO.
Bro, whatever stadium it have that they're planning to host it, they have to put
Have to
in
be real.
grass.
No, she's saying she thinks BMO Stadium has real grass. I don't know. I don't think so.
No, I'm just saying, wherever stadium
No,
they're
no, no, no,
playing it,
no.
they had to
I'm
put
just
in. That's why some countries don't get the World Cup because they don't have real
yeah, they
grass
don't have real
stadiums.
grass. Yeah,
Places like Norway is artificial turf. Some of those countries there is artificial turf. So they had to change that if they want to get a World Cup. Stop crying about it. Because in Qatar playing 100% grass fields. 100% grass fields, buddy.
hmm.
And it's very expensive to maintain grass. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yes,
Big up.
oh yes.
You cannot beat real grass, bro. You know what I'm saying? Tommy, you know about that for sure. I heard about that today. Big
Yo,
up to you, bro.
you guys are talking something different right now. It's no more grass anymore. It's something different. You
No,
guys
no,
are
no. You talk about Bermuda grass, bro. You know what I mean? Real grass, quality grass to play on. Yeah, bro. When you kick a ball on freshly cut grass, bro, it's make you feel like, yo, you're alive.
it makes you feel like even if you don't know how to play, you feel like you could actually play
Yeah,
some
it's
football.
feel like you could do some tricks, big up for that. You know what I mean? So looking at the possibilities for this game tonight, guys, I think it's going to be a decent performance from the lads. I think it's like we going through the progression of the preseason just in the right manner that we should have been going through. Of course, we had the setbacks with the two players being injured, but other than that, despite we not having any other sales come into the club just yet, I think so far progression has been decent, guys. What are you guys thinking?
As I said, I'm going for a three. Classification is a new word now. But yeah, I'm going for a 3-0 United win. I said that on the other channel. I think
Definitely
we will go
spending too
3
much
0.
time hanging out with Manjan.
Man's okay. He's been on BMO,
Well, you're all
and they
right.
have.
You see, Drex, at least one man know about the actual football stadiums in Toronto, bro. You
Bro,
should be knowing about these
bro,
things.
BIM. I don't. I
Football
don't.
fan
I
like
don't. I
you.
don't. I don't. I'm not.
It's not about that. It's about it's football.
Anything that
It's
has to do with
football, bro.
Toronto in front of it, right? They've broken my heart too many times that I don't even give it. I don't give a damn about them anymore. Anything from the Leafs
Bro, who
to
broke your heart more,
Jays.
Nigeria or Toronto?
Oh, from Blues to Jays to Raptors.
The
Anything that's got
Rapids.
even the football club, Toronto foot. Nah, bruh.
Hey, fellas, I don't know what to tell all you about this, but I can't help it no more but laugh at them, bro. Facundo Pellistri in the building, guys. I'll be disappointed to see him go to Panathinaikos, But
Hey, he has
also some news
someone
coming
has to
out
leave.
tonight that we just inherited £500,000 because Shola Shorty resigned for PAOK in the Greek league, the Greek champions tonight. You know what I mean?
Oh, he stands for Shola. Shola has finally gone out of the football club.
Yeah, big up to
That's good.
Shola. To be
That's
fair,
good.
bro,
That's
like
good. That's good.
you know what I mean? Like
That's
to
good.
be fair, bro, I feel like he's one of those young players that we kind of didn't do justice. If you know what I mean? Like I feel like we needed to. The style of football that he came through the club playing wasn't the style of football that was best suited for him. I
Mm-hmm.
always felt that he was one of those players that deserve that should be playing this type of football that we playing currently right now. But it's going to be interesting to see how it goes
No, but
forward.
he's got two. Didn't he have 2 years with this manager in terms of not the starting 11, but at least
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, he
academy.
did. But I
So
guess
I don't think for me, I don't think Shola was up to it when it came to um from the very first day. I already knew it's the same thing with the likes of Chong,
hmm,
even Aniba. It's the same thing. It's not. There's no. Not like I've always had this thing in the back of my mind. Not every player that plays for the youth team would actually make it through. And there's some players you see, then you say, obviously, this one is not going to cut it out for at the senior team. So Shola was one of them for me, right? So
100%.
that's it. I'm happy he's gone to somewhere at least he could get to start week in week out. So it's good for him.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for the young player. You know what I mean? To get his feet wet, play outside of the country.
No,
You know what I
no,
mean?
no. Stephanie, Stephanie, no. No, 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 no. We're not playing at the Jurassic Park. No, not.
Yeah, that's what they call our basketball team. Had a real big player playing for them too. You know what I mean? After Vince Carter left, it was the end. The end.
they had
The end of the
they
Raptors.
had they have some nice some young kids, young talent coming through, but I don't think they're ready though. I don't think they're ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how it goes. To be fair, you know what I mean? All these young players, top players, wherever they be, you know what I mean? They all deserve a chance to get a chance whenever, you know what I mean? Or however, to be fair. That'll be interesting. You know what I
I
mean?
hope.
I
I
don't
hope.
think all the academy players that we have currently now, even though I rate a lot of them, will get through. I think
No, no. So
there'll
that's
be
why
quite
for
few.
me we should be able to do what the likes of City do, like in terms of get good money for them. Maybe the ones we know will not get through into the first team, but we get them on the first team a couple of games, then you could actually maybe raise their value depending on how they perform in those games, raise their value and get good money for them.
100%.
See, I would love to see Hannibal in the, in our team, but The only thing is, he's too rash in challenges. On the ball, he looked pretty good last season, but the challenges that he was making is was diabolical and just kept on getting yellow cards. So, as I say, maybe another loan for him would be good.
Another
Guys, so
loan for
you know,
Hannibal? Nah, might
Yeah.
as well just sell him.
bro,
Sell him.
time to sell Hannibal, bro. He going
Sell.
to Celtic. Between Celtic and Rangers, he already gone. You could count him out. You could count him as a non-United player from today because we was about to agree a deal for 7 million in parts with Rangers, and Celtic decide they gonna hijack the deal and they coming in with that offer for more money up front. So Hannibal about to go, bro. Look, shoulder short Terry, guys. That's his new kit. If you guys want to check him out in the Greek league.
Man looks very upset. Like, yo, bro. Big up
He's
to
like,
him.
what club have I
Nah, he
just
look like he
joined?
just have only game face, you know what I mean? He ready
Yeah,
to do a
yeah,
bit to
yeah.
do it to monster out the scene, you know what I mean? Big up for him. I think it'll
Yo,
be good for him to be fair, you know what I mean?
I already have
It have a
my eyes
lot
on
of
some of this Greece team. Or I already do some of like I have like I do follow a bit of them, but I would just be looking at the numbers right now.
yeah. It looks like Julian Alvarez ready to leave, bro. Gonna be interesting to see what goes on with Julian Alvarez.
Hmm.
Gonna be real interesting. Look at this. I wanted to show you guys this young player that, was recently signed to Liverpool. Pretty interesting. After as soon as we signed some young players, Liverpool post up a young signing of their own as well. You know what I mean?
What's that? Who's that?
What's his name?
Yeah.
His name is Rio Gum. You look like I can't pronounce that, bro. You gotta do it.
Let me see.
You gotta do that. Figure it out.
Toby, don't let the Raptors basketball team get to you. They're full of it.
Rio
Ngumwa.
Ngomwa.
This is somewhere from South, bro.
Yeah, but apparently he talented. I was watching some football, some youth tournaments, and I think I saw him playing. He's at Chelsea from Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you have a good ability on him. Like, but young. I think he's like 15 or 14, something like that. Weird.
Okay.
You know what I
Okay.
mean? So everybody getting the little young ones. He born in 2008. Yes, 2008. Yeah, I put him around
Why
15,
why
right?
why Chelsea has to go be buying their own young guns from the South American League?
They come from Chelsea, bro. They come from Chelsea.
No, no, no. I know it can. This one comes from. I think Chelsea themselves would have to go out to the South American League and get their own young guns.
Yeah, I mean, Chelsea buy a young Brazilian. Oh, you guys know about young Samuel Lasal came in from Crystal Palace, another 16-year-old winger, rated as one of the top wingers coming out of the league as well. We didn't just do it by one, we did it by three, you know what I mean? It's not only him, it have a young player as well as called Maxess.
Hmm. United are looking like what's the one saying? Like Mark would dismiss anything Toronto or MLS. Seems it's the same with Drex. Yo, for
Bro,
MLS,
to be
for
fair, I was the one talking about, how Drex not gained respect to the Raptors because Vince Carter was a beast. Vince Carter,
bro,
you know what I
it
mean?
is okay, okay.
But
Other than the 2019, prior to the 2019 NBA tournament that they won, right? What else have they? What else has the team Toronto that has the name Toronto in front of the
the Blue
the list?
Jays and the hockey team. I know
Okay,
about the hockey team was a big
okay,
team. The
okay. It was
Mighty
a big
Ducks.
team. When last did they win the Stanley Cup?
A while, but you know what I mean.
They know
For
how to
me,
raise see they know how to raise the hopes of the fans. Like I was 2 years ago, I was rooting. Is it 2 3 years ago? I was rooting for them. 2 years ago the same thing, right? They couldn't even get past the Lightning in the first round of the. I'm like, yo, this was people that were flying high in the regular season of the NHL. It got to the postseason, right? They couldn't even take out the Lightning. I know the Lightnings was the favorite, but they couldn't take out the Lightning. Now Blue Jay, on the other hand, they when last that they won the World Series, bro. All they keep doing is just trade their star and just get. I don't know. it's like it's. I
That's
know
the
it's a
one thing I
franchise.
don't
I
like
know it's a
about the
franchise thing
American
for them,
sports.
right?
This
But they just
draft
keep trading
system
their
that they have,
stars.
that
They keep
draft
trading it
system
and
that the
just
American sports have, don't like it, bro. You know why? To be honest, bro, I feel like that draft system is make it more like a sitcom. You know, like
no, no, no. But
no,
honestly,
no, no, like bro, like you could predict they literally at a
mhm.
point midway through the season, you could predict the two finalists of the top of each conference. You can predict it because why? You know that they have these players, they get these players, and the players hit form, and they go and be banging. And I feel like if American sport adopt the jeopardy that European sports have, like football have, if they adopt that jeopardy in the leagues, bro, the value of them teams will skyrocket. The value of the game, the intensity of the levels, the quality of the game that we would see would elevate to higher levels, bro. Telling you, bro. And I'm talking about across the board. NFL, most importantly, you know what they need to do? They need to add 5 teams and create a B league in the state, a B league, a B NFL league.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then and drop out some teams and bring in some teams because it has some kind of rubbish, bro. I man rather watch college football,
I'll
you
be
know.
right
I
back. One
swear.
second.
Yo, Jack's about to end the stream too, bro. To be fair, G Wolf, G
Yo,
Wolf, bro. I don't know if you're gonna be awake for that game later on, but if you are, come through. You know what I mean?
I
We'll
will
be
be,
here.
bro. I'll be up
We'll
watching.
be watching it. You know what I mean? I am definitely going to get 4 hours sleep, and well, I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna get 4 hours sleep. I'm probably gonna
What
get
is it?
3.
2 o'clock? Is it a 2:30, 3 o'clock kickoff?
Bro,
In it?
you in London. It's 3 a.m. for you, and it's
3 a.m.
4 a.m.
morning.
for me, buddy.
Oh,
4
sod
a.m.
that. But yeah, I'll be up. I'll be up for that. But getting up at that time, I'll probably stay up.
To be fair, Tommy Boyle, right? They didn't have really no small teams in the NBA anymore. All the teams have been there have at least been there for 10 years. To be honest, you know what I mean. And once upon a time, the Charlotte Hornets was a new team in the NBA. That was like 12 years ago or 15 years ago, bro. So all those teams they have money. Now the realistic thing for me is with the NBA, I like the draft. You know what I think that the system needs to change because I feel like teams need to be able to have a more kind of approach where they could go and buy a player who want to come and play for them and don't have to wait for a draft. You know, because like you have to wait for a draft every time to trade a player and all these kind of mad thing. I think that just take away too much. Just make it a little too complicated. But guys, Drex, what you doing, bro? Come back in. Guys, you know what I mean? Thank you so much for joining us. I know it was like more about just talking the breeze than actual football, to be fair, tonight. But it's preseason, guys, so we're having a good time talking about the team, talking about all sorts of things. It was great to have you guys company here. Don't forget,
Yeah,
guys,
bro.
to check out Drex's channel at D Hub TV. Go there,
What
smash a like
what
and
time?
subscribe.
What time
You
is
know,
that game?
bro, the
Eh,
game is 4 hours from now. I
Lord,
have got to go.
Lord.
I don't know about you. I think you might have to start the stream. It's already your channel already linked
Yeah,
on
I'll
on
check
on,
it up.
on
I'll check it
StreamYard.
up. I'll
So
check it up.
shoot my call like about if you don't see me in the stream have to start around 2:20, yeah, bro. So if you
I'm
don't see me there around 2:30 or 2:20, call me. You
I'm
know what
gonna
I
call
mean?
you 5 minutes before. I'm gonna call you 5 minutes before kickoff, so you could
Bro, you're
still,
mad. They can't
so
do
you,
that, bro.
so you could still catch some sleep. Okay, yeah. For me, no, I'm not slagging off Toronto FC, Luan. It's like saying, a Chelsea fan bantering United, bro. I don't like Toronto FC. I don't like Toronto Blue Jays. I don't like Toronto Leafs. So just take it like that. It's not slagging off them. It's not saying that the league or wherever they play is bad. It's I don't like them. That's all. It's just a case of preference, right? So I'm not slagging it off. They've done bits and they've done their best, but nah, not me.
No,
I'm
to
not.
be
I'm
fair,
not a
Luan,
fan.
like I mean, I do have my little bit of how to put it, bias against the USA and Canada when it comes to football. To be fair, and that's only because of the way the games I've seen games live where players on those teams have done things they should have gotten sent off or gotten yellow carded for that they don't happen. And if players from my team do it, they immediately get red card or sent off. So for me, I what from as a Trinidadian watching Trinidad play Canada and the USA, I expect us to get cheated in every single game we play against those teams because it's the history of the game. You know what I mean? And to be honest, it's like it's just disappointing that football is not as fair play as it should be as it's presented
No,
because
but don't
when it
forget
comes
that these
to
guys are just they're just adopting this thing. They're
to be
still
fair and to be fair, like we shouldn't be playing the CONCACAF tournaments
with them.
in the USA because for one, the refereeing for the USA for games with Trinidad and Tobago is always be Spanish referees. We playing against a Spanish team and a Spanish referee. That's impossible. It can't have those things. It cannot be a referee of a Spanish descent playing in a
Hmm.
game
Hmm.
against Trinidad when they're playing a Spanish team, and it's always happened. It's the same thing has happened to Jamaica as well. You know what I mean? So like you might feel like a little hard done by the fact that we have bad experiences against playing against Canada and the USA, but it's true. If you go back and examine the refereeing in those games, even when it came to the Copa, Jamaica should have two penalties when they played against USA, and when Trinidad played against Canada, we should have two penalties in the first game. We should have won that game 3-0. You know what I mean? Drex and I did the watch along for the game against Canada when we was playing for that competition. So, and I don't have to have respect for the MLS to be honest, because let me be real and honest. Like, it's not just because it's a football league you're supposed to respect it. I mean, they have decent players, but I think my
What's
country have better
what's what's
players.
the, what's the disrespect that she's talking about? It's not
I don't
about
know because I
respect
don't
or
rate because I
disrespect.
don't rate the
It's
teams.
does Luwan rate the Saudi professional league? Does she rate it?
I don't even rate the Saudi Pro League.
No, I'm just
To be
asking.
honest,
So if she doesn't rate the Saudi Pro League and somebody is saying that he doesn't rate the MLS, I don't think it's a disrespect. It's just I don't rate the MLS. I like some of the players that has come out from there, but
no,
does it mean I
that's
rate?
okay. But Luan, it's not about okay. We're not saying it's like okay. I've been real. It's not. I'm not saying it's not a good system. It's not a good. I'm saying it should improve. But
Oh,
the
oh.
rules in the MLS are
Mhm.
drastically
No,
different.
Mark. Let me just correct the notion here. I'm not saying that they play the MLS is not. I like a few teams in the MLS. I just don't like Toronto FC. I like a few teams in the MLB. I just don't like the Blue Jays. Right?
Like
I'm a I'm a fan of the Penguins.
I just watch
I
Seattle
just don't
Sounders
I
sometimes
just don't
because it
like
have a
Leafs.
Trinidadian.
I'm a Penguin fan. I just don't like Leafs, right? So it's not a case of I disrespect the leagues, right? It's just that it's like United. I'm a United fan. I don't like Arsenal. So if you catch me talking about Arsenal somewhere, you might like this guy. That's how it is. That's how that's how I
And,
see it, bro.
and the only reason Luana is be a little bit hard done on the MLS league is because when I was growing up in my generation of young football and talents coming out of the Caribbean, the basic standard was European football. So if you don't get into a European football team or get scouted by a European football team, you're not on the level of playing good football because that's the mecca of football. So if you understand, it's not me saying the MLS is no football being played there, but
I know.
but the basic standard of football for me is Europe. So don't take it any personal offense or anything. It's just the view, my personal view from when I grew up and how I watch football. Like as a youth man growing up in Trinidad, every single national footballer was playing in Europe. If most of them was playing in England, you know what I mean? I'm not trashing you guys. I'm just saying, you know what I
Even
mean? And
even
look,
from my country back home, right? I don't my own the team from my local team, right? I don't support them. It's the one from the east
I mean,
that I'm
everybody have teams they
rooting for.
like. To be fair, I will always I real support pro Trinidadian, bro. Like I support Trinidad even if they're losing 7-0. I watching the game till it end. To be fair, I being real honest. I will do it with Man United as well. And the biggest thing for me is that whether it's United playing or Trinidad playing, I could accept losing. I can't accept winning if it's like in the point where like if my player commit a heinous foul, they should have got a red card. I will be mad that we didn't get a red card in the throughout the game. I've been real honest about that. As a man, this FIFA fair play for me
It
is
should
is
be fair. Yeah.
basic standard, bro.
Hmm.
And I talking about down to the referees, and that's why I be criticizing referees referees most of all, more than I criticize any football team, like more than I criticize the USA team or the Canada team, because the referee in the middle allowing the partiality to happen in the game. And you see it in the Premier League, like a smaller team, a minnow team in the Premier League from the bottom five playing against Man City and tackle a Man City player, he will get a yellow card. A Man City player tackle them in a worse way, well, no problem. You know what I mean?
Fair challenge, and
It's
then
fair,
they
yeah,
don't
it's
get a
fair
card or
challenges.
anything.
I look at it like, you know what I mean. Like, to be fair, Luan, like I know you feel like, you know, I'm not saying that I do have respect for players who try, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean.
It's, it's
It
just
have
it's
elite
just
players, it have
it's,
moderate players, it have average players. So
it's just a
regardless of
preference.
what it is, they will always get criticism. It's part of
It's
playing
just
sports. You know
I
what I
see it
mean?
as just a preference, Joel. I see it. Flames and Leafs play in the same league, but I think I kind of fancy Flames than if Flames have to be. I kind of fancy Flames. It's not. It's I think it's a preference thing. Maybe she's getting the wrong notion that we are trying to
Yeah,
talk down
yeah.
the leagues. No, but no, we're
Probably
not. No,
I probably a little bit too harsh too as well. But you know,
yeah, it's not.
look at it like this, Luan. It have this. Well, you know, it have that player from Canada team that I really like, the
Oh,
youth man who come on at the end of the game and playing
number
on the wing.
14, the number
Yeah,
14.
I really like he. But this youth man went into a challenge that he was wrong for because he was putting himself at risk by
Is it?
making the challenge. The fellow was on the ball first, and he get a red card. And I feel like, as a player, if you know you didn't really get, you know, tackled by a player, you should be able to walk up to the referee and say, "Ref, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
touch me."
Mm-hmm.
Because even Ronaldo is do these things, and Ronaldo is the goat. And he is going to tell referees, no, like I didn't get fouled. Beam. It's how players just do these things. It's called fair play. And too many players now is listen to coaches. This is why I don't really rate the USA team. Because Bernhalter, he's one of those coaches that like a David, like a Simeone. There's coach a kind of a dirty tactic football. Leave something on the other player every time you make a challenge. And if you get touched, roll around and cry.
But
You know what I mean?
I like the Canada football, the men's football team.
I just like one player on the Canada team, bro. I rate him more than I rate anybody else on the team. He's a big player. You know what else I rate too? That Tyson. Is Tyson or some Tyson? It's Tyson or something like that's his name. He's a
Oh,
big player too.
the is it part of the center back?
I think he's playing left back or right back or some Tayshon or some kind of Tayson or some kind of stuff. He's a big. You know who's our next player too? One of them fellows who's playing all in midfield. He come on as a substitute. Forget his name. He's playing. I think it's in Portugal. He just play. You have a Portuguese kind of name too, a
With the
Portuguese
Spanish,
kind
yeah,
of
the
name.
Spanish, yeah, the one with the Portuguese name.
Yeah, yeah.
The one with the I can't remember the one with the Portuguese name. I think. Yeah, I
Do I
think I
know what I'm talking about? He's the pretty boy who come on, him what the Portuguese name, I forget his name. He kinda silky. He and the 14, number 14. As a man fair. I just watch football fair and honest. Like
and
I
their
could
goalkeeper is actually sound too though.
and observe and watch the team and appreciate some of the players on the team that playing amazing football. It are certain players that I will always watch and be like, bro, the hype ain't worth it. You know what I mean? I'm being honest. Like I do that for Rashford. You know
You
what I
do,
mean? And
yeah. No,
I
no,
do it, and the
that,
same way I will do it to Alfonso Davies
he
because,
does it
bro,
for
like
everybody,
I
even
just look at
Osimhen.
Alfonso Davies, bro, and I just be like, bro, like if he did not have speed, where would he be in football? Because he is play against Trinidad and he can't dribble at Trinidad, and defender is insane. You know what I mean? Like I watched this man play for 90 minutes against Trinidad and can't even beat the first man. And I know some of these fellas playing for Trinidad, bro. You know, they ain't that good. You know what I mean? I watch them play as youth. Some of them younger than me, there's youth men. I watch them coming up and they wasn't that good. You know what I mean? So it's
Mm.
like I just look at football that way. So I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend anyone when I say somebody things about what I be saying, but I just keep it a buck. I will say the same thing I say about my players on my team that I will say about any other team because at the end of the day, I want to see good football and every single team and player have a responsibility to all those watching, all the fans, whether
Exactly.
you're playing for Ipswich or you're playing for Manchester United. And there's a funny thing, and you know what's so funny? Last season, I talk about it whole season, bro. Whole season, I'm talking about the effort of the team, the effort of these players. And you know, when you look at teams like Crystal Palace last season, you look at teams like Bournemouth, like Like this one Chong might be getting a move to one of the teams in the Premier League. He might be going to Tottenham. Just to put that out there. But even the team Chong was playing for, the Hatters, right?
Mhm.
These teams, these players, they're making a pittance compared to the United squad, and the intensity level each game was on this level each time, every time. You cannot implement tactics in football if players don't come out to play football. And that's the
Exactly.
biggest thing I always say to everybody. Yeah, T. John, that fella, I like he. He just remind me of the fella who's played for USA, Robinson. You see Robinson? I always take key for Robinson when I see
Mhm.
Canada playing. Because they have a similar kind of here thing now. Sometimes he's tie up here, but I like he know when to hit your kick and he know when to tackle the ball. I like them kind of defenders. You know what I mean? You see, some people might hate Makaratsi for what he do to Saka, but that is football. Saka should have expect that coming and pass the ball. You understand what I'm saying, Drex? Because
Mm-hmm.
I watching that play. I remember sitting down in a bar in London watching Italy play England, surrounded by English fans wearing an Italian jersey. Just picture me wearing an Italian kit. You know what I mean? With Totti on the back, in a place full of English people supporting the final. I watch it in England play in the heart of London, Virginia. Here I'm telling you. I said
Oh,
I'm watching the
it's
game.
Buchaman you're talking about.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Ty John Buchanan.
The one that got injured. Yeah.
Yeah, I like he. If he was there in Canada, might have reached further, bro. Telling you that fella is a beast. I like he. But you know what I'm saying is that when I see Saka break away, I watching the next man running next in ahead, and I say in Saka, if you know what good for you,
Pass
pass
the
that
ball.
ball because Materazzi is going to drag you down, bro. I don't know it, and this is the responsibility. That's his responsibility. Drag him down. You understand what I'm saying? This is
Mm-hmm.
football. People need to remember that this is part of the game. Taking a yellow card or taking a card to save your team from a goal is part of football. Of
Yeah,
course,
that
broski.
one for that Materazzi on Saka literally just proper dragged him down.
Bro, I tell man, bro, I say that. I tell my partner, I say, watch. My partner was like, oh, watch it. Yeah, you only go and lose. I was like, no, Saka need to pass. The same thing. An English fan watch me. I never
He
forget
was
that, bro. The man spin wrong from the bar and watch me. And when he look back, it's because he seen Saka dangling, like a rag doll because Materazzi drag him down. But don't blame Materazzi, blame Saka. Because listen to me, you don't have the pace to just get away from him just like that. Of course, you have pace, but it's taking your time. You seeing a man running on the ball, and if you give him that ball, he running clear open into space, he one-on-one. Why
yeah.
drive? This is the same problem I have with Marcus Rashford, bro. And this is how we know these fellas is not wingers. Because a real winger would have passed that ball, bro, and look for
Hmm.
the return.
Yeah, just to beat that guy, just to take that guy off the
Bro,
equation.
the one thing people had to remember, they always talk about this and that and this and that. When it comes to wingers, forget crossing ability. The first ability all wingers must have is 1v1 dribbling, bro.
Yeah,
1v.
take
When
off
you
your
look
man.
at people don't get mad. When you look at man them like Lamalia, I mean, look at man them like this Nico Williams fella. Look at
Mm-hmm.
man them like Kvaratskhelia. Look at
Mm-hmm.
Mason Greenwood. All them four players have one thing in common. When they reach you on that wing, brother, they will beat you.
Hmm.
It's the second man had to stop them. Look at it like we see it the whole time in the Euros, this Euros, bro. It's a certain man them who playing on the wing. When they get you and the hole, they're beating you on a 10 cents, on a dime. They beat you on a dime and leave you for dead, bro. These is wingers.
And
A
that's what
winger is
David
not a
Beckham
dude who
used to do
just
for
quick.
Man United all the time.
Bro,
Literally take on the man and then cuts it in. He had a dead touch on dead
Bro,
touch
this
on
is the most important thing fans have to remember. At the end of the day, for certain footballers, we could talk about the hybrids and having all these players
Luan,
who
I beg to disagree with you on that one. The point you're making is not by not showing respect to the. Now, wait, no, no,
what?
I say
No,
you're
bro,
diminishing the player. Nah,
Luan.
nah, 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 nah.
I don't know
I don't
about that
agree with
one.
this one.
Nobody not
Nah,
going that deep into it. But at the
nah.
end of the day, I just saying this, Luan. Sports is not about participation, okay? Sports is about meritocracy. It's a competition to win. It's not about popularity. So it's either you earn people respect as an athlete or you don't. Simple. Like for me, when I look
There's
at
no
it like
diminishing the
this,
player.
it didn't have no sorry that you didn't lose. You lose. At the end of the day, you win or you lose. This is the goal of sports. The goal of sports is to win. Right? It didn't have no let's praise them for second place. I mean, you could clap second place as a good
Mark,
performance.
let's throw a context into this, right? We all know how you and I don't really rate the performance of Rashford, right? But we
Mm.
both said during the Euros that Rashford was one player that if he
Missing
had
from
been
England.
from in the England squad,
Exactly.
whilst we know he didn't perform properly in the season that just ended, we all said it here that Rashford, and I said it, Rashford should have been in this team. So it's not a case of diminishing the player. It's a case of we
Listen.
like Buchanan now.
Okay.
The man
Let me
did
say.
well before he got injured.
Let me make a differentiation here. Okay. I'll put it like this. No offense. I hope no one takes offense by this, but this is just my plain opinion, right? Take Simone Biles for example, right? Take Simone Biles for example. Now, a lot of people said that she was right to do what she did or whatever she did or whatever. Cool. But I look at it as she because she know that if she set foot in the final name on the list, she was going to earn 11 million pounds. She chose money over her teammates winning the gold medal. So in fact, yes, she might be suffering with mental health, but the reality is no one forced her to become a gymnast. And when she became a gymnast, she knew the rigors and the possibilities and the pressures that she would face. Yeah, I know you would, broski. I know you would, bro. You know what I mean? Big up to you. But what I'm trying to say is that I respect mental health no matter where it come from, no matter who it come
But
from.
the one is
But it
taking
have
this thing too
no,
far.
no,
It's
no. But I have to explain it like this because honestly, fact, it have a certain point in time where all of these athletes made a decision to be an athlete. It's not they didn't make the decision today. They didn't make it yesterday. They've been working hard all their lives to get to where they are. And honestly, it's a difficult situation. I'm not an athlete to this day, so I can't say that I know what it feels like to be them. At a point in my life, I knew what it was like, and after that, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because the rigors of how sports is, it changed. You know what I mean? Football has gotten to a point, and sports in general has gotten to such a high level now that if you're not competing in this day and age, you can't really, speak on on some of it. But at the end of the day, you have a responsibility to your team. When you're playing in a team, sport is not about you, right? And at the end of the day, no matter how much whatever you feel, it's not about you. In a team sport, it's about the team. And the one thing I could say to you, I might not know what I'm talking about and the pressures that she facing, but I know she had a team with a backup who was just as good as her, because I follow the American gymnast team, and she never gave them the opportunity to compete.
oh, Tommy you're just killing me. Tommy said I put the live stream on and Betis and United are on.
That
Like
was
what?
22-23 in the Europa League, bro.
Man is like
Anyway,
what?
guys,
The only thing
let
is,
me
he
not
just
keep
said
going
that I
because,
went on to
bro,
the
I
Manchester
just
United
cut in
website
25
and
minutes.
it
I
says
just
All
cut
right.
25
23
minutes out
hours.
of my sleep. So, guys, G Wolf, it was a pleasure to have you on my channel, bro. Big up
Cheers,
to you.
bro.
Thank you so much for coming through. You're always welcome to come
I
here
only wanted to know
anytime you
one
feel
thing.
like. Hmm?
I just wanted to know one thing.
What's up?
What happened with the rumors about this Richard Rios? Is it that's 17?
Bro,
Bro, here's
it
the
was
problem
just
with Richard Rios, broski. Here is the problem with Richard Rios, right? Richard Rios wants to come to United. United was going to offer 17 million pounds for him,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then Real Betis realized, I mean, hear me real. Then Palmeiras said to themselves,
Ramirez.
here what's going on? You could sell him for 17 million, but we want more money, and he have a release clause that we hide in his contract. That no one, this agent wasn't
Didn't
paying attention, bro.
yeah.
So the deal would have been done weeks ago. He would
Yeah,
have been a United player weeks ago. But the problem is the agent due diligence was not on point. So then they discover this 90 million release clause that they stick in there. So now you had to stay there because nobody can pay that. So unless they decide, yeah, what they're going to do something different about that, he's stuck. And they just made 200 million, bro. They sell
And
Ender,
sales.
Gustavo
Yeah.
William. They sell Luis Gulahelm to West Ham, and
yeah.
another player that they just sell to PSG.
I
They
think
sell four big names.
they sold another player to Chelsea who is gonna loan them the same player. right, until January. Then I think they're the center back. So they've agreed deal for that one. He's gonna be with them until
No.
January.
That's Boca.
That's that's Boca. Sorry, that's
Right.
Boca. My bad. That's Boca.
Estavo
That's
Williams going to Strasbourg in France.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's Boca. Sorry, that's Boca. Boca. And Simelio, the other was Aaron. Aaron and Melo. That's Boca. Boca Juniors. Yeah, yeah.
Luan is a legend, and she's the moderator of my channel. So, guys, I would always have to kind of make sure that I clear up these situations with Luan. I do say some things really bluntly and stuff sometimes, and I do have my strong opinions about things, but I would never try to offend anyone, especially Luan as well. You know what I mean? Much love to her. And the reason why I say what I say is because, like, like I play on a team. I play on a under 17 team already. It had a lot of, top players. I probably would say better than me by far. And I would always remember that we had a one player who I always thought to myself, like, I never know what generational was, but this youth man to me, he was magic. So Alex Ferguson came and sat to shake his hand and sign him to Manchester United, bro, all the way in Trinidad and Tobago, bro, in 2001. They were saying,
Mm-hmm.
and if not for a bad decision going out to party with some fellas on the team who didn't even like him. Understand what I'm saying to you, bro? Like there's fake friends. These kind of friends that that behind your back they wanted to lose. These are the kind of guys he went out to hang out with, and I tell him, bro,
Wow.
don't be on that. Them fellas coming back down, one the dude overtake a car, slap a next car, would fly out the back window, paralyzed. No Manchester United. And that's just that's a bad decision, bro. And as tragic as was that happened, and as unfortunate that event was, if he had just not gone anywhere, bro, he'd be probably a Manchester United legend to this day, bro. I'm telling you, man, bro. You see that youth man while you're watching the Obi Martin? That the
Mm-hmm.
kind of youth man he was. That the kind of same kind of profile he had, bro. Well,
Um. Okay. So we get to see. So Obi Martin is at Carrington, right?
yeah, but don't worry now. I feel like Obi Martin
We gonna get to
just
see him
come.
at the game, one of the preseason game with. I think there's one we have to play at Old Trafford before we play. There's a game at Old Trafford before the
Man
Community
City.
Shield. Yeah.
We only have the charity shield, bro.
No
There's no
game
other.
at no game at the. You sure about that? Because we always play one game at Old Trafford before the.
It might be behind closed doors, but not this year.
Mm, I know there's always a
If it
game
had a
before.
game, I would have tickets, bro.
Yeah, I know there's always a game at before the at Old Trafford before. Maybe
Yeah,
not
yeah,
this
yeah, it
time.
was, but they're changing the seasons. But I think it gonna change again next season, bro. But
Please,
hope, but by next
no
season,
more.
if we go back to the US, I could guarantee you that the stadiums will already have and been fitted with grass because
Except that
it'd be
because
in preparation for the World
for
Cup.
the
So the
20,
grass
yeah,
had to
yeah,
be
that's
there
true.
a year in advance. So you know what I mean? It would be a less more intrusive situation
I
to be
know
fair,
why no more. I don't want the US anymore. Stay close to
bro.
home.
I don't know why they don't go to the Caribbean. You know what I mean,
What stadium? What stadium? Well, let me see.
bro? They could sell out 40K in Trinidad. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? They could play all
Then
the games in Trinidad. We have four stadiums holding 40K. You know what I'm
man
saying?
says all the game in
I mean,
man, man does
yeah,
it. That man does
Jamaica
it. What?
only have
So
a
you?
20K stadium, bro.
I
Jamaica
so
stadium
yeah.
smaller and they're
I know
bigger. The
Jamaica
country
Stadium
bigger
is
and the stadium smaller. So
smaller. Yeah.
might as well come to Trinidad and play all the games. Everybody come there. You know what I mean? Say, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Big up, Tommy. Thanks so much for the. So that's you're the 226th person. Thank you so much.
Guys, we need to get Drex up, get his likes up, get his subs up. Of course,
Yeah,
Jed will be
I was
providing more content. He
I
was
was in a channel earlier today. One and there was this Arsenal fan. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get this guy on Max channel very soon. The guy is just
funny.
is just an hilarious person, bro.
Bro, it would be nice. It would be nice. Guys, we really got to go. I need to get a little bit
Yo,
of sleep
yeah, I
because
got
I
to.
gonna have a real mad day tomorrow if I don't get some sleep, bro. But you know what? Big up to G Wolf. Welcome again, my broski. Big up to all you guys in
Cheers,
the
bro.
chat. Luan France, Tommy Boyle, Brendan, Chappell. Big up, broski. Big up to all of you guys in the chat. You know what I mean? GM42. Big up to Stephanie Griffith as well. You know what I mean? Tommy, coming to the stream later on, bro. Join us, bro. Frank, GGM, new big up to you, broski. Big up, well, Tommy Boyle here everywhere as usual. Big up to Yali Manin. Avram Glazer, welcome. Come. Come and enjoy my streams. I will put you on game to make 10 times the amount of money you're making by doing the right things. Just listen to my streams, bro. Everything will go good. Your pockets will get fat and we will lift
No, no,
trophies. And
I
that's what
don't.
the fans
We don't
want.
want to line up their pockets no more.
Bro,
Enough
I
is enough.
don't care if we win in trophies every season. What are you
But
talking about?
no, no, no.
If we
I'm not.
win in the Premier League
Mm-hmm,
for the next 5 years straight, I don't care
mm-hmm.
if they make 100 billion a year. I swear to
100,
you, bro, I don't
100%.
care. Because you
But
know what I care about? United
I
is the
just want
best
them
team
gone.
in the world.
Just
The
want them
end.
gone. That's all.
Bro, as long as they listen, as long as they facilitate victory, who cares about the owners, bro? Like,
Mm-hmm,
listen, understandably so, they done so much madness over the years that we have to dislike them. But if we are winning, are you really going to be thinking about
no,
them,
no, no,
bro?
no, no,
We
no,
are
no.
not
Hell no.
going to. We're not
No.
going to care because we are winning. All what they need, they did. I don't know who slapped them upside the head, but
Mm-hmm,
Qatar just came in a month too late because if that came in 2 months earlier, the slap might never have arrived, and we might have had Qatar. I'm being honest, somebody slapped them upside the head and tell them, hey, if this team start winning, y'all can triple all their profits every year.
mm-hmm,
Somebody just hit them the miracle line, bro, because apparently these guys were sitting on their brains all along. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
I'm telling you guys, bros. Yeah, all channels tonight, Luan, as usual. You know how it is. I'll make sure and set everybody up. Oh, whoo. I just sent such a invite link, bro. That I forgot to do, bro. I need to remember to send up, make a link as well, bro. Oh. Bro, I be forgetting. Stay here for. I'm gonna send you guys the links one time, bro, because you will need one G Wolf as well in case you want to come in.
Yeah, yeah. I'll
So
come in.
just I'll drop it in the private chat now, so you guys could just what I mean, get it from there. Should be there. Boom. I'm send this to these madmen too one time. But yeah, as always, we forgetting these things. So you guys get the links, right?
Oh, for me, I already have the links, bro. You
Well,
know, I
I
already have.
already shared to your channel already. But
Yeah, I already
G
have the
Wolf, you
link.
get it right in the group chat.
Yeah, yeah. I got it.
Alright, big up, bro. So I'll see you guys later on. Big up to all of you watching. Smash a like. Don't forget to share it around. Road to 1K is here. Let's get there soon, guys. And then we're gonna get Drex up there as well. Big up to G Wolf. He's probably already been past that like years ago, but big up to him. This is the actual main event today. G Wolf is that guy. He's showing us some love, bringing on his expertise to help us learn more and get better as we provide more content for all of you guys. Vegeta is
That's
going to be there. I am going to send him a link now as well. I forgot to send these guys links.
it.
Class today was a little bit, cough kaput. The brain was like, football is natural. You know what I mean? Yeah, I
Exactly.
know, Luan. Big up. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support that I've been getting recently as well. Extremely for you guys who've been there since I only had one subscriber. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm super excited about these things. I'm really I can't stop smiling to be fair every day about this, to be fair. So big up to you guys. Thank you all for joining us. Big up to Drex. Don't forget to support D Hub TV as well. He's going to be doing content because I'm going to force him if he doesn't be consistent with this thing. You know what I mean? He's been slipping, but young princess is responsible for that. The young United fan is right there on his lap. She just went to sleep, but she does not leave daddy alone. Big up to him.
Bless her.
Yeah, we already talked to him about having girl chat children.
Bro, how did you know she's here sleeping, bro?
Bro, I can tell just how you say no, bro, that she on your lap. Big up to you, broski. Guys, have a good night. It's been a pleasure to bring this preview to you. Real Betis versus Manchester United in San Diego at the Snapdragon Stadium. And guys, just for the information, they are playing on grass, not AstroTurf. So there shouldn't be any injuries tonight. You know what I mean? Unless we experience some really tough tackles like we experienced against Arsenal. I think that was really what caused the injury. He got a mad
Mm.
tackle from that
Mm-hmm.
Nwanyeri
Yeah,
guy,
yeah, yeah,
right? A
yeah, yeah.
really mad tackle from Nwanyeri. So I know a lot of people have been saying Nwanyeri has been doing business, but he's been looking like he was trying to injure the entire team in the game he was playing against, to be fair. Big up to you guys. Thank you to all the mods. Tommy Boyle, big up to you, my brother. Hope you have a good night. Big up to you, Luan, as well. And all of you are watching who are not in the chat. We love you all. Smash those likes and subscribe. We're going to 1,000. Get the family growing. This community is going straight to the top, guys. Big up to all of you. Drex, thank you so much, G Wolf. I'll see you guys later on for the watch along.
Catch you
Be
guys
here
in
or
the
be
watch
square
along.
for the watch along
Yeah.
at 3 a.m. UK time, guys. We will be back. And we will be seeing you later. Catch you guys all.
That's early, bro. Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Oh.